It's Nicole, and I'm here with my second April design team for layout for Cheeky.studio. And I decided to use the Easter 2018 because the last time I used the llamas, and this time I wanted to use the Easter package. Now I have to say, I don't have that many pictures that are related to Easter, so I just went and found a picture that I really liked. It's of Central Park. It's in black and white, so it fit perfectly, because black and white, then you can do whatever color you want. I did mount my photo on some blue because what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the peach and the blue with a shot of black or a pop of black to really make it pop. So like I said, I mounted my photo on some blue cardstock, and then I went into my stash and got this piece of scrap of cardstock, because if you remember, I always cut my stuff in the center of the cardstock. So this is somewhere where I got 3 uses out of 1 cardstock, because I mounted a photo for another layout in the center of this, then didn't end up using the cardstock to mat my whole layout. Now I'm matting, a photo and 2 3x4 cards, and then I'm going to cut down my pattern paper to 11 3/4 by 11 3/4, and I'm going to mount the whole thing on the black cardstock. So I got my money's worth for that, for that piece of cardstock. So I'm going to put some adhesive around the whole background, and that background is actually from Dear Lizzie Polka Dot Party, so super old collection. Then I wanted to use a couple of the 3x4 Project Life cards that came into the Cheeky.studio kit. So one of them is to the left side of the photo, and it's just like a whole bunch of scallops that she kind of digitally drew and then went on the card. Now I also wanted to use the sequins that came in the kit. We got a bunch of sequins, and when you only use 3 in each embellishment clusters, you don't get to use quite a bit of them. So I decided to use that heart 3x4 card as my background. Then I just went into my stash and got a piece of white cardstock, just white cardstock, and I cut that at 3x4, rounded the edges. Then I took my circle cutter, my curvy cutter from EK6S that I've had forever, and I cut a square out of the center, and it's not straight, and I'm okay with that. It just, I don't know, it adds whimsiness to the whole layout. Even the scallops, they're not like perfectly scallops, and so it just adds whimsiness to the whole layout. Then I'm going to add some 3M tape, and I have to tell you, I finished that huge roll. So this one here is just, I used to buy them in the small rolls, and I think I have 2 or 3 left, and I just opened this past weekend, and it's almost gone. So that's why I buy the humongous roll, because it lasts me 3 years, and that little roll, it'll be done within a couple of weeks for sure. Then once the hole was cut out, I just added some overhead sheets, transparencies around the card, cut it out, and then I added my 3M tape, my foam tape, so it adds a little bit of depth. Then before I remove the tape from the 3M, I added my sequins, because if you remove the tape first and then add your sequins, they're going to be sticking all over the place. So I flipped it over, put my sequins in, then took the tape off, then added my white cardstock. Now, the reason I wanted white cardstock is so that I could build an embellishment cluster to the bottom of that card. Now, I have to tell you, she does the work for you, because a lot of these embellishments, they're already layered. There's already, like a couple of feathers and leaves and a bunch of stuff. So at the bottom of the card, I just took one of those and put at the bottom of the card, and it looks like I spent a whole bunch of time making that embellishment cluster. Then I went into some of my previous stuff that I got from Cheeky.studio, and I found these black bows. Now in the kit, this one, we got some white bows, but I found that black really, they popped on the layout. And I'm sure I'll be able to use the white ones, on another layout. Also, I found a flare button that really, from a previous kit, that really went well with this. It's at XOXO. I think it was the Valentine's kit from February. So that went really well. The colors went really well with this kit. So That's what I like, is I can take stuff from different kits and everything, a lot of stuff coordinates. So I'm going to glue down that strip of pattern paper at the top of the layout. I just wanted to put the picture at the top of the layout this time, just to do something different. I'm going to put my 3x4 project life card next to the project life card that I made myself. And then I'm going to take that little banner that came in the Easter kit, and I'm going to make it so it touches the end of the page and then touches that 3x4 card. So then it's not floating, it's attached to something, so that my cluster is not just sitting there floating. I'm going to add 3 bows. I'm going to go back into my stash and grab another little bow, but I'm trying to see what else I could put at the end of that little flag to just kind of finish it. Now I'm going to decide to add one more color at one point, just so that I can use a flare. But first, I'm going to take some washi tape that I got this past weekend. I went scrapbooking all weekend, and it's a washi tape from Stampin' Up. And we got that in our sort of like our little free goodies that when we sat down, we had that washi tape, and there was like 4 or 5 in a package. So, my motto is this year, if I get anything new, I want to make sure that I use it quickly, that it doesn't sit in my stash. So I got that this weekend. I've already used it quite a few times, and I just found that it really made everything pop. So I really like that. So I'm going to add it on a few spots on the layout. Now I'm going through my Doodlebug Designs alphas, and I'm going to spell out Central Park for that top card. And then on top of my little shaker card with my little sequins, I'm going to put NYC. So just to remind you, I'll have all the information about Cheeky.studio, their website, their Facebook group, wherever you can find them. And like I said, the Facebook group, you can join in on the challenges. There's challenges, a few times a week. And I think there's, almost a layout that goes up every day with ideas on how to use all the products from Cheeky.studio. And we got some fun stuff coming up. There's a fun thing, which I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but it's at the end of the month. Something fun's going to be coming up at the end of the month, so be waiting for that. And also, if you use the code NicoleJones911 and it's your first order, you're going to get 10% off your entire order. Okay, so just a little bit of life update, because I haven't, been uploading, I think 2 videos last week. This week I should have 2 or 3. But just, to let you know, I have some plans for May. It's going to be so much fun. National Scrapbooking Day. I'm going to have videos going up every 2 hours for a 12-hour time. So I haven't decided the time. It'll be from 9 to 9. I'll have a video going up every couple hours, so that makes it like 6 videos. Plus, I plan on doing a Facebook Live on my Facebook group. So if you're not part of my Facebook group, the link is in the description box below. Make sure that you ask to be part of that Facebook group, because I'm going to be doing some Facebook Live on that group. And also I'm going to have a few giveaways on my channel. And with the videos, there's going to be a challenge, part of each video, so that you can, participate, and we can get a whole bunch of stuff done on National Scrapbooking Day. So that's on May 5th. There's going to be more info surrounding all that as we get closer to May 5th. But that's it. That's going to complete this layout. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, and maybe leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.